It was funny because he really talks like that.
Yeah, like proper and stuff like that. What was it? What's his name? Tyrese. What's it? Is that Tyrese? Tyreek.
No,
It's
Tay Diggs.
Tay Diggs. What was that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was his first name.
No, Tyrese
Tyreek.
is from like Fast and the Furious and
Hold
stuff.
up. Tay Diggs. Why did I think Tyrese? Oh, he probably from the another movie, the movie with what's her face?
Baby boy.
No, freaking Robin Thicke was married to her. I forgot her name. Gabrielle. No,
I
whatever.
know you're talking about now.
Yeah, but she was in a movie with him, I think, and I think his name was Tyrese in the movie, or Tyreek or some shit. I don't know. I'm probably way to fuck off and probably sound racist, thinking all black people look alike.
Like the other bald black man.
Yeah. All right. Go listen to our episode on Ukraine and Russia. It's very interesting. Episode 8, I believe it was. So, all right. Welcome to the Pandcast, episode 10. This will be the final episode that is free to everyone at all times on Patreon. So you can get it early for free. But starting on episode 11, to be able to get it on Mondays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you're going to have to go to the patreon.com/pandamedia, where we talk about random ass shit. And we have interesting conversations about movies and TV and things that we like and race and politics and the Russia-Ukraine situation. You can catch all the episodes there, right there, ad-free on Patreon. But episode 11 will be behind the paywall of $3 a month, which I don't think is that outrageous, especially if it's something that you like. But if you don't like it, that's okay. You're an adult. You can do whatever you want. But, well, I will say this. If you are enjoying the show and you like listening to it on Mondays on Patreon or the audio versions, going forward, they will no longer be free on Monday. So the only way you can get it is on YouTube and audio services, things like that, on Fridays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So enjoy the show. Leave us nice reviews. I don't care what you do, honestly. I'm going to start having the mindset where I really don't give a fuck. Like, if people are like, oh, yeah, we love the show. Great. Thanks. If people hate the show, it's like, great. Keep scrolling. That's all I got to say. But episode 10, today we're going to be talking about, obviously, random shit and shows from our childhood, things that we liked, like Nickelodeon shows, Cartoon Network, all that stuff. And we're just going to have the conversation flow where it goes. So let's just jump right into it. But I forgot what we were saying before. We were talking about Malibu's Most Wanted. And yeah. Fucking, but this morning, all right, so I'll show you, okay. The reason why I kind of got on this topic or what have you was, like I said, on Outlook.com. Anybody who's familiar with Outlook knows the little free personal whatever. If you look right here, it's kind of hard to see, but she sort of kind of looks like Miranda Cosgrove a little bit. And I don't know if that is her. That'd be funny if it was. Huh?
I said them cheekbones. That's what it looked like.
Yeah. Yeah, she's kind of got like the strong chin and the cheekbones and stuff like that because she's real cheeky, Miranda Cosgrove is, from iCarly and stuff like that. And there was a stupid-ass video that we saw like 2-3 years ago, me and Tatiana, where it showed what the person was narrating the video with like a high-pitched squeaky voice. Like it was like augmented up. So it was like, all right, we're going to take a look at these different celebrities and their younger pictures or whatever. And it was like celebrities when they were kids or what have you. And it showed Michael Jackson. And then it's like, all right, let's see this one. And then it shows Miranda Cosgrove as like a child. And then the person's video like voice goes, Miranda Cosgrove! Like fucking they lose it and start laughing like crazy. So whenever I'm at work and I go to Outlook.com, I'm like, Miranda Cosgrove! Like I just think about that shit. And it just happened to be pulled up on my Google Chrome browser when I was talking to Tatiana this morning. And then we just started talking about iCarly. And she's like, you had a crush on Miranda Cosgrove, didn't you? And I'm like, I do now. Like, damn, have you seen her now?
Yeah, she was better now.
Yeah.
She's better now.
Yeah,
like
she was very kid looking.
She was cool. Yeah,
she was funny. Yeah.
But yeah, now she's good.
I had a crush on Spencer when I was watching.
when he freaking wore that dress. In the
Dude, it was his
episode.
socks, man. He was right. People are only interested in him because of his socks. But nah, dude.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember like what was your? I don't even know what to ask. Like, take it away. What do you think when you think
Like
of shows
I
from your
think
childhood?
um actually I'll have to like break it up between
Mm-hmm.
networks like Cartoon Network,
Mm-hmm.
Nickelodeon, Disney, or PBS Kids. I think I started with PBS Kids because
Oh yeah,
I
Cyber
think
Chase, fucking
we
Caillou.
yeah we grew up in the age of like eventually getting cable. We didn't start off with cable. Like
Yeah.
cable was like a big thing. If you had cable, that was awesome. So
Yeah.
PBS Kids, like Arthur had to be my favorite PBS Kids show. Dragon Tales.
Oh
We
yeah,
watched Cyber Chase at school a lot. Like that was like
Cyber Chase.
educational, but Cyber Chase,
Yeah, I liked
Between the
Cyber
Lions,
Chase.
we actually watched that every day at school. Um,
I didn't watch Between the
what
Lines,
else?
but
Yeah,
Dragon
it was.
Tales.
I didn't watch it at home, but I did at school.
Yeah, I watched Cyber Chase at home, and then Dragon Tales. I forgot the little chant they do when they grab the dragon scale, and then they go into like the fucking dragon world.
I wish. I wish.
Oh really? Do
Yeah,
you remember it?
yeah. Uh,
Dragon Tales chant. Oh, not Dragon
I think I
Tales.
remember the end.
Yeah, what is it? Dragon
The
Tales?
end when he was like, I wish to use this rhyme to go back home until next time," or something like that. That was at the end when they was going back to their house.
Stone. Oh yeah,
Yeah, freaking
the two little kids.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about as far as like representation. They don't look like little white kids. See, there was
I didn't.
representation back then. Dragon Tales
Were they like Asian or something?
chant. They look. Yeah, I mean from the thing they have like slight Asian features, but I'm not
Oh
sure.
my yeah.
I don't know. I mean you can.
But
Uh,
yeah, Dragon Tales was awesome. But Arthur was my favorite. I could watch Arthur all day long as a kid. Like DW, he was relatable. Like I had glasses back then. It was just Buster Baxter, um,
huh.
Francine was always one of them girls that acted like Muffy at school, like just a au contraire and all the other bullcrap. Just stupid stuff, man.
Like
It was relatable.
oh
I think that was one of the most
yeah.
relatable shows growing up.
Yeah, I mean, there was always a character, and then they kind of focused on different characters. So it's like there was an episode that anybody could relate to, basically. But yeah, on Dragon Tales, it's like I wish with all my heart to fly with dragons in a land apart. And then the go back home one was I wish to use this rhyme to go back home until next time. So you remembered it, yeah. But yeah, I don't remember anything from Dragon Tales because like I watched it, but I fucking can't remember anything. I remember Cyber Chase though.
Yeah. I remember more of Dragon Tales than Cyber Chase. I just remember that the hacker, and then that was it. I don't
Yeah.
know everybody's name.
Cyber Chase, we're moving. We're beating Hacker at his game. And then, what was it? We're going to find Motherboard's going to get him every time. Different world. Whatever it is, like, the fucking
Yeah.
soundtrack was dope.
We got the power. So 1, 2, 3.
1, 2,
Then it's
3.
cyberspace.
Cyber Chase. Damn it, what the fuck is the song? It's so good. It's so good. And then fucking Arthur's song, like you were saying, it's like kind of like a reggae theme. Arthur.
Every day when we
Tip
walking down the street,
down the street
something, everybody that you meet,
can
something,
get
something,
along
something,
with
something,
each
something.
other. Theme lyrics. Theme lyrics.
What a wonderful kind of day.
To learn and laugh and play. Oh yeah, it's like
And get along with each other. Hey!
yeah, it's like every day when you're walking down the street and everybody that you meet has an original point of view. And I say, hey!
That's what he says?
Yeah, and he's like, has an
I
original
didn't know he
point
said
of view.
that.
And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. If you can learn to work and play and get along with each other. You got to listen to your heart. Listen to the beat. Listen to the rhythm of the street. Open up your eyes. Open up your ears. Get together, make things better by working together. Damn. See, that was like fucking
Yeah.
power moves.
Yeah.
And I remember
Beautiful.
Out of the Box, like as I'm thinking about it, that fucking song when he's like
Yeah.
that shit. Like
Yeah.
all that stuff back then was cool. And Arthur was a great show and is a great show if it's still on. I think I saw some
Yeah.
stuff like that. Because like it says, like people with different points of view, and literally everybody was different. Like if they really wanted to go at it,
Yeah.
it's like you had like wasn't it? Hold on, who was Because there was the one, because Muffy is the girl with the pigtails who was like snobbish, right?
Yeah.
Who was the other girl that was like kind of her friend with the red sweater, whose dad was like a garbage man or something?
Francine.
That's Francine?
She was like a tomboy type.
Okay. Like, it shows people from all walks of life, because like, not that, whatever, but like she was kind of stuck up, and then the other one had like a blue collar dad who was like a garbage man, and then they would kind of get in like arguments like, dude, you're fucking being an asshole to me because just because your dad's got money or whatever, just because your dad's like can get you whatever you want. And then Buster was like, what? Didn't Buster have like a single mom or something like that? Someone, I thought, but like
I'm not sure.
there was just all kinds of different things, and like you said, everybody could relate to a character, you know. And
Yeah.
that was what was cool about that show. But again, it's like another thing where I can't fucking remember because it's been so long since I've seen them. You know, I can't remember
I remember
anything.
everything. Like I remember I was upset that Buster like had moved away on the trip. So he like sent postcards eventually back to Arthur. I was like, no, Buster, come back. Like I was one of those people that was like, dang, it was messed up because I was used to as a kid like somebody that I was close to always flew away. So it was crazy that Arthur the same thing happened to him, and I was like, dang,
Could
Buster,
really relate. Like
Buster Baxter.
Buster Baxter. Like I remember watching Arthur,
Yeah, that's the
but the show that I definitely and I watched some PBS like Cyber Chase and stuff like that. But the show that I definitely remember and that was like real prevalent when I was younger was Blue's Clues and Little Bear.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch those?
Little, Little Bear. Little Bear?
Yeah, Little Bear.
What the heck is Little Bear? I remember Little Bear.
Little
I
Bear,
remember the movie.
Brother Bear. No,
Oh, Little Bear.
Little
You talking
Bear.
about Little? I remember Little Bill. Little Bill.
Little Bill.
Little Bill.
Little Bear TV series from
Yeah.
1995 to 2003. Here, let me go to images.
Gotta look at
Maybe
the image on that. Yeah,
images.
cause Little Bear. I remember the Bear Sting Bears,
No, Little Bear.
which is also a PBS show. Little Bear. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
with like the
I didn't
chick.
watch it that much, but I definitely remember it.
Yeah, where the
Yeah.
chick, and then the little owl and the cat and the chicken and the duck. You know, I remember Little Bear when I was younger. Like that show was dope. And she had the little dolly, like the
Little Bear.
whatever. And then
Yeah.
I remember on that one there was an episode that I thought was interesting, and I think it was like on a day of like a no moon or something like that. But Little Bear's out, and there's a reflection of the moon on the water, and he goes out there and he's scooping the water into a bucket, and he moves it out of the. And basically every time he's scooping the water, like the moon starts going away behind the clouds and stuff like that, and so it looks like he's putting the moon in the bucket and taking the moon. And then he goes,
Yeah.
like, after having a conversation with his mom or whatever, he basically is, like, wondering what happened to the moon. And then he goes back, and as he's pouring the water, the cloud's moving, so the moon's like coming back. And I was like, that's neat as hell when I was a kid. I thought that was, like, a interesting episode. There was another episode where they went over to, I forgot the fucking human's name, but her mom or grandma or something, they were at her cottage and it was snowing like real bad, and she goes outside and scoops up a bunch of like snow into a bowl and puts like syrup or something on it and makes like, and everybody's eating snow, and it was like flavored snow or whatever.
What the heck?
I was like, all right, this is cool. And his dad was always away and working and shit. But yeah, I just like
Yeah.
that show.
I don't remember nothing from that show, dude.
Yeah. But
I remember like looking at the bear, remembered it, but I don't remember the show.
yeah, and but the show, like you were talking about Buster, who just went away from Arthur. The show that did that for me was Blue's Clues when Steve left, and then fucking his brother Joe comes in. I'm like, what the hell is this? You know what I heard? Spoiler alert for
Was it?
No Way Home, but they are planning to do a No Way Home style Blue's Clues show or movie. where they bring Steve, Joe, and the guy that's doing it now back for a Blue's Clues movie. And I'm like, Steve's coming back?
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Like when he had to go to
Steve.
college. You know why?
Yeah.
And it's funny because like he's like, gotta go to college, you know? And the reason he actually left was because he was losing his hair. And he thought he was going to look creepy on the kids' show. And it's like, well, you're not wrong.
You could have put on a hat or something.
Yeah,
He could've
it's
worn a
funny.
hat.
He's wearing a hat, and did you watch that where it came back, and he came back and gave a message like, "Hey, I hadn't forgot about you guys from da 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 da," like last year or something like that.
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
Yeah, he's wearing a hat there. Blues Clues, Steve Burns. Blues
We
Clues.
just got a letter.
Yeah.
We just got a letter.
See, so it's like he's got the hat on, and it's not focusing in, but yeah, he got a hat on. We just got. Oh
He's
yeah,
like the
that's
house that they-
the best one. Is like, here comes the mail. It never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to wail. Blues could
Yeah.
do. We can too. Bam! Like that was the show that I would constantly be watching, and
Yeah.
it was, dude, it was so good to me. Like finding the clues and Mr. Salt and Mrs. Pepper, I believe. Mr. Salt,
Yeah.
Mr. Salt and Mrs. Pepper. You know, and they were like French sounding or whatever. And then they had a daughter named Paprika. It was like, ooh, that's cool.
Paprika, yeah, yeah.
Paprika. Like, I don't know. To me, that show was like when Marie and stuff like that are watching like these other like educational shows like Alpha Blocks and stuff. Blue's Clues was my educational show when I was growing up. That and like Cyber Chase and shit like that. But that was definitely the show from early, like under 10, like 5 years old that I remember watching all the time. So that was kind of like my kiddie shows. Oh, do you remember on Nickelodeon Face? Face, like it wasn't a show. It was like the in between shows where it was like just a colored screen, like red, yellow, blue, or green, or something like that, like with one solid color, and it was like a mouth and eyes that would just like, "Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Face."
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember
man.
Face? There's people out there that are like, "Oh shit, I remember Face."
No.
Yeah, like I could. That's another one where it's like I could possibly show you, and it might jog your memory. Face, Nick Jr. Images. Yeah, like you don't remember Face?
Uh-oh.
Damn. Okay.
Hey, no,
I'm just
I
like,
remember Face, dude.
I'm just like, damn. All right then. But all right then. He was on
I
Nick
remember
Jr.
that,
in like the late '90s and stuff.
Like, just that. No, I don't remember no Face. I thought she was talking about like the Angelina show or something.
No.
I don't remember
Angelina
what
show. I don't
thought
even know what that is. I don't remember that.
Angelina Anaconda.
Oh yeah, that shit, dude. Okay, so there's two scenes from that show. That was where it was like black and gray, or gray and all gray, but
Yeah.
her clothes were colored, like vibrant. And then fucking, it was like stitched faces, like real life faces. It looked like that show. I remember two things. There was one episode where she's like trying to run track, and there's that one kid who's like playing Game Boy while he's like hauling ass, and he's like fast as shit. I remember that one. And then, man, this show wouldn't be alive today in this woke culture. But I remember another episode where her friend is walking down the sidewalk and she's fat, and then the trees behind her are changing from like spring, summer, fall, winter, like multiple times, and she's walking like 10 feet, like she's that slow. And it's like they were making fun of like the fact that she's so slow because it was like, I think it was the same episode, but the one kid is so fast, but then she's so slow. But then it's like the seasons are changing behind her to walk like 10 feet. Like it took her a year. Like, dude, that joke is like vivid in my mind because it's so funny.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's awful. But yeah, that show wouldn't even exist today. Nor Kablam. Nobody could watch fucking Kablam.
Kablam.
Kablam!
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a minute.
Dude,
let's see.
he's totally naked. But that's
Kablam.
like Kablam and Angela Anaconda are the two shows that kind of coexist in my mind. That and like As Told by Ginger and shit like that. Even though they don't exist at the same
The show
time, I don't
started
think. Huh?
1996, October 11, 1996,
Kablam?
2000. Kablam. Yeah.
Yeah. To
Dang.
2000? Yeah, I know, dude. Kablam was so good. Kablam was so good. Fucking. Damn, what was it called? What was it called? It was like the alien and the caveman. Like he was advanced, but then he's like talking to a caveman who's like a complete moron. I can't remember it.
Only alien I remember as a show was like that Lloyd in Space, but I'm sure that's not it.
No, that's
Remember
not
Lloyd
it.
in Space?
Yeah. Lloyd in Space, and then The Weekenders.
The Weekenders.
You remember The
The
Weekenders?
Weekend. Let me see. The Weekenders.
Yeah, it was like right around the same
Weekend. The
time
Weekend.
as
Oh,
Lloyd in
the
Space.
Weekenders.
Fucking Weekend.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
barely
yeah,
watched
The
the show,
Weekender.
but looking at the picture, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that
Wow.
show too.
Yeah, I
But
didn't watch
Lloyd in
that.
Space was good. I remember a couple episodes. I remember, again, now that I'm older, I can see where they were trying to do woke shit back then too by having a character that was like gender neutral and shit like that on the show. But it was like an alien, so it was like
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
put propaganda, put it in your
The main
brain of
episode I
just
remember
children.
was like, I think it was like the dude. I don't know if it was a caterpillar or something. Like the dude was like throwing up on his food and then eating it, and then he got
Oh yeah.
embarrassed, and then he grew up into a caterpillar or something. I was like, what the heck?
Oh yeah, because he was like some type of fucking, like he goes through a metamorphosis, kind of like a caterpillar to a butterfly type thing, but yeah, he would throw up on the food
Yeah.
and then eat it. And on the
Yeah, I remember that.
on the one with the character that was like, they were trying to figure out if it was a boy or a girl, so they basically were like,
Yeah.
all right, here's what we'll do, we'll buy him a whole bunch of drinks. They'll drink it all, get thirsty, and then go to the bathroom. And whichever bathroom they go into, now we know.
Yeah.
And then the person walks over
Yeah.
to the bathrooms, and it's like a men's bathroom, women's bathroom, and a water fountain in the middle.
Yeah.
And then it goes like the thing, I don't know, drinks all the drink, and then walks over and goes and drinks out of the water fountain, and then
Yeah.
leaves. And they're like, "Fuck!" They didn't say
Yeah.
fuck, but like,
Yeah. I remember that episode.
yeah, but on Kablam there was like an alien and it was like something and Bob or whatever. It was like, I don't remember. And the other one was like Action Team Now with like all the action figures with like Mr. Naked or some shit.
Yeah.
The Nude was his name, I believe. I believe his name was The Nude. What you want for dinner? I don't know.
Oh yeah,
sister.
I remember that.
What Action Team Now?
Yeah. Oh, so that's what it was called. Yeah, I definitely remember that.
Action Team
Action
Now
Team
or something like
Now.
that. Yeah. Oh, Action League Now. That's what it was. What? Hold up. On Prime, what premium subscription you can watch Action League Now on Amazon Prime?
Shout out to Amazon Prime.
Hold up. Kablam.
Like link in the description.
American anime. Yeah. Dude, hold up. Amazon Prime videos premium subscription. No, dude. I just want to know.
Well, you freaking signed up for it.
I just want to know. And it's also on Paramount Plus. Kablam. Dude, that show was so good, dude. Oh, Prometheus and Bob was the alien and the caveman. Alien and the caveman. And oh man, Kablam led me to loving all that in the 90s. And then later on all that into the Amanda Show, which as far as like sketch comedy for kids, the Amanda Show is like top tier for me.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about the Amanda Show. But the Amanda Show, did you watch that? Or I know you watched all that because of Keenan and Kel and going into Good Burger and then all those other shows, like where it spun
Yeah, I
off
watched
of.
them in the show.
Yeah.
I like the one
Dude.
she was wasn't she the one like trying to get into the what was her name when she was trying to get back into
Penelope?
the stage or something? Her alter ego? Penelope, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was my favorite character
What'd you say her name was?
from her. I don't know. I was like, what was her name?
Oh,
I said that was my favorite character that she had.
yeah, because she was like, Amanda, please. Go to amandaplease.com to go, like back when every show was trying to promote a website, like a .com website. Freaking Yeah, she was trying to get into the show and meet Amanda. It's like, I must meet Amanda, please. And then she later in the seasons, she had like her cousin who looked exactly like her that would show up. Dude, it took me so long to realize that was Amanda doing that character.
Oh my god.
It took me so long.
Yeah.
But all that spawned Amanda Show, Keenan and Kel, and what else was spawned from that? Oh, Good
Drake
Burger,
and
the
Josh.
movie.
Well, that spawned from Amanda. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
and then all that spawned Amanda Show as well, and then Amanda Show spawned Drake and Josh, because Drake and Josh were on Amanda Show, and I don't think they were on all that. Drake and Josh.
No, like yeah, so they just came from the Amanda Show. So
Yeah.
Drake came from the Amanda Show, and
Yeah.
then they had that, and then obviously iCarly came from
Drake and Josh. Yeah, and then Sam and Cat came, and then it all fell off because I was not a teenager anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, freaking.
Also, Zoe 101 too.
Did that
That was
spawn?
later in the season. Zoe 101. Yeah, Zoe. Zoe. Well, no, Jamie Lynn. She came from all that in the later seasons, and then obviously Victoria's came from that because she was in that show.
Yeah, and
So
Zoe
it
101.
all spit off each other.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
think it was like Dan Schneider or whoever the fuck was the guy, like the creator of a lot of those shows. And
Yeah.
I could probably look that up. But, dude, all that is fucking hilarious. I was talking
Yeah.
about all that at work the other day when I was talking about Lori Beth Denberg's Vital Information for Everyday Life.
Lori Beth. Yeah.
Yeah. And she would say some like super obvious shit
Lori
like,
Beth
if you're
is
being
hilarious.
chased by lions, run! Or some shit like that. And then she'd
Yeah.
look to the left to say some other ridiculous fact. And then Kel was like that. Or not Kel. Keenan was the guy who would teach you French. And he'd be in the bathtub like, boop, 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 boop,
Yeah.
boop. And then he'd be like, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's what he used to do.
And then what was it? Then Good Burger spawned from that. But like they'd be in there and be like, welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger, can I take your order? And then obviously
Yeah.
going into Keenan and Kel, they like kept it up. And dude, seeing Keenan and Kel do something again together would be the coolest shit. Like reunion from the childhood. Because like it's like they don't even talk.
No, they talk.
That's
now.
what I feel like.
They made up on an episode of Jimmy Fallon, like a few years ago. Like
They
they did
need
the
to
whole
do,
sketch
like,
and
Good
everything.
Burger
Good Burger
2, bro.
sketch.
Really, I
And
need
then
to
they
watch
was
it.
on obviously because Nick Cannon came from All That as well, so they had like a whole All That episode of Wild 'N Out, and they was all on it, like Josh Server and Lori Beth and all of that. Yeah.
Okay, damn. Okay, I need to watch those because I haven't seen those like reunion shows or episodes. But like,
Yeah.
no, dude. Like when I'm thinking about it, and I think about all that, and even like the later seasons of all that, where it was like kind of like the new cast, like Jack DeSena, who did Sokka's voice in Avatar, and then Amanda, who came in. I don't even remember Zoe on there.
Ashley.
Her name is Zoe 101.
she was-
I don't remember Zoe 101 on all that.
yeah, she was. On
Was
there.
it
She was
Zoe-
with, I think when.
Wasn't
Yeah,
it
it's
Jamie Lynn Spears?
Jamie Lynn Spears. That's her name.
Yeah, I don't remember
Yeah.
Jamie on. God damn, her name is Zoe forever. Like I can't even think of her name as anything else. And but all those guys that were on, or all those people that were on, all that in the later seasons, like Jack DeSena, who did Ron Stoppable's voice in Kim Possible, and
Yeah.
I remember him on all that when he was doing Randy Quench, the volunteer fireman. I think it was his name. He would somebody would be doing like a barbecue, and he's like, "I'm Randy Quench, volunteer fireman," and he'd like blast him with the hose, and like the dude be like getting blown away, like he's trying to do like a barbecue on 4th of July for his family. He's like, "Dude, it's fine, it's a grill." He's like, "Whoa, you're lucky I was here because I just saved your life." And he would just like completely ignore what they were saying, totally. And like I remember that dude. And the funniest, like, what was your favorite sketch from Amanda Show? Because I gotta fucking talk about the Spitballer 2000.
Yeah, that was funny. I thought I like the Penelope stuff, and I like the when it was
Hmm.
her and Drake doing like the hillbilly stuff. It was so stupid, but
Yeah,
I liked
yeah.
it.
Oh man, you saying that because I forget that because sometimes I forget Drake is on there. But like now that I am thinking about the Spitballer, like the reoccurring segments that they had, like Judge Trudy. I'm Judge Trudy, and she'd always side with the
Yeah.
kids. And then freaking the two hillbillies where it's like that's a good, and he'd get like hit in the face. And then
It with a fish.
what was it? Where the fucking bring in the dancing lobsters, and Drake
Oh
and
yeah.
Josh would do like those soprano looking dudes where he'd be like, it's like, hey Paulie, and he'd hit him. He'd be like, what'd you do that for? And he's like, for being an idiot. And he's like, okay, like he would get it. And then, damn, what was the other one? It was Judge Trudy was like one of the best segments, and then Penelope 100%, and then that one chick that's like, "Meh," with like the big teeth,
Oh,
and she was like,
yeah, of course.
Courtney, my name's
Yeah.
Courtney. And then she
Yeah,
would
that
like
was my
annoy the
favorite
shit
too.
out of Josh to get him to. Yeah, she'd annoy him to get him out of the movie seat, and then her boyfriend would be like, "Thanks, baby," and he's like, "Sure, sure thing, pudding," and then give him a little on the cheek, and they watch the movie like, and then they look at each other, man, and then watch the movie, and everybody's like, "What
Oh,
the
man.
fuck?" Like behind them.
Yeah.
But dude, the Spitballer 2000, when like they're like,
Oh yeah. Boo.
like they
Oh
shoot,
yeah.
and then it's like,
I remember the Oh my
like
god.
the best part about that show is all the parents were like complete dipshit morons. Like the kids would just do whatever. Like they would do like the little spitball on the chalkboard, and then they'd be like, "Man, our spit wads are ineffective." And then it's like, "Oh, try this," and it's like, "Boom!" And it'd be like literally like a paper mache ball of like shit that's like hitting the chalkboard. That's like 2 feet long, and the teacher just turns around, "Ah!" and then runs out of the room. And then it's like, "Oh man, a basketball hoop!" Boom! Like. Stop, and then dude they go stop sign, boom, and it blocks the stop sign. Then you just hear car noises like crashing into each other like they're causing accidents. And then it's like, "Hey look, there goes my dad." And the guy gets out of the car and he's like, "Hey kids, what do you have up there?" And then he's like, boom, and he like blows it. He like flies over the car, like rolls over the hood, and he gets up. They're like, ah, like busting out laughing. And then the dad gets up. He's like wiping shit out of his eyes, like, "You crazy kids."
Yeah, that's what I remember the most. That's what I was like,
Dude.
make a car.
Dude, he like flies back over the fucking like hood of the car and like blow like dude, it's like if you blasted him with a shotgun, like he just flies back, and he's like, "You crazy kids." And dude, that fucking Judge Trudy, I'm telling you, Amanda Show is like top tier sketch comedy in my mind. And then all like the random like items that they would try to sell, like popcorn pants, where it's like they're just dancing with like giant pants that are like popping popcorn inside, and then like they turn around and they're like opening up the back and just eating out of the back. Like you look at it now and you're like, dude, they're literally making a dirty joke right there. Like they're eating out of someone's pants from the
Yes.
back. And it's like, all right. And then somebody's like, "I'm going to add caramel. I'm going to add butter." And then one dude's like, "I'm going to add gravy." It's like, what? And then, dude, Amanda Show, top tier. And then there was another sketch that they would do on the Amanda Show called Moody's Point, where they were making fun of like soap operas, where her dad like loses his big toe, and he's like, "My toe," and then like the one guy likes Moody. Do you remember this? Where it's like a soap opera,
I'm trying to
like
think.
a teen, like almost like a Dawson's Creek. When na 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 see you, na 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 be you, dun 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 dun. And then it's like her mom was in like a hot air balloon accident, so it's like she's like trapped in a hot air balloon and flying away. And then her dad loses his big toe, and he's like cutting off a piece of hot dog and like sticking it to his foot, and he can't stand up straight. And like there's an episode where a homeless man like gets the toe, and he's like, "I got a toe, I got a toe, I got a toe." It's like so stupid. And like there's the emo boy or a guy that like is super mysterious, and he's like at school like painting his locker black, like, yeah, I'm like mysterious, and everybody has a crush on him. Even the teachers, they're like, hey, you can't do that, and he's like, can't I? And they're like, oh, continue, go on. Like they just get like blown up. Like he's just able to do whatever. And there's like the one chick in there. I thought she was on something else after that. I can't remember, but she kind of almost is the character I think that inspired Ariana Grande in Victorious, who's kind of like dipsy, kind of stupid acting, but
Yeah.
like funny.
Yeah.
But because she tried this like new shampoo that she made from home, and her hair started falling out, and everybody be like, "Oh yeah, I mean your hair looks fine," and he's like, "Fine? What's that supposed to mean?" And she'd always like run away, like, and it was so dumb that it was funny. But then when we were talking about Drake, thinking about Totally Kyle from the Amanda Show as well, and I was talking about Totally Kyle the other day as well, and I love it when he is saying something that's so stupid that it like he breaks character, like even him's laughing a little bit. And
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about all that, and it's like, dude, Amanda Show was great in my opinion, and then it spawned all these other shows which are fucking cool too. Because I know that you or I think you and McGavin would talk about Drake and Josh a lot and like that a lot more, I think, than something else. I don't know, but no, what other shows?
Like
were
as
you
far as
thinking about?
if I could watch a show like all day every day, like I remember when Teen Nick first like came out,
Yeah,
I would be watching Zoe 101 like the whole day. I could watch that the whole day. I
Yeah.
remember like being really invested between like Chase and Zoe,
yeah.
them trying to get together, him going to school and coming back.
Um,
That show was like
Logan and
it was.
Quinn
I
getting
think
like liking each other at the end.
Logan and Quinn,
Yeah,
yeah. And then like the tech mates, like the bikes, the tech mates, the little like sidekick looking thing. I
Oh
always wanted
yeah,
that phone like growing up, but I never got one, obviously. But it was
yeah.
fun to just watch that whole thing because it's relatable to see like
Did you watch
a guy with a crush.
the 10 year or
Yeah,
the 20 year thing
yeah,
or whatever, where it's like, no, definitely 10 year. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. 20 year. We'd be 38. I'd be 38 if it was 20. Where it was like Chase and Michael meet up at like the coffee shop, and they're like, dude, Zoe said you could open it. They're about to open it up. Zoe wrote that letter. Remember 10 years ago? You can go read it now. And then it turns out that she liked him and stuff like that. And he's like, fucking wasted all this time because he's like a big puss. But
yeah. I see.
freaking yeah, that show Zoe 101 was really good. And one episode that made me laugh so hard was when Zoe was making like the custom book bags, and I think Quinn or whatever that chick was before Victoria got there, the chick from I forgot her
Talking about
name.
Dana.
Yeah, Dana. And
Dana
then,
was nice. That was my favorite.
dude, she was a. I ain't never been with a baddie. Freaking either her or Quinn or like that other girl that was like using the silent vacuum to blow dry her hair every morning or something, went to the class and like threw the book bag away and was like, stupid book bag or backpack or whatever. And then Chase and Michael walk up to the trash can. They're like, you hear that, backpack? Apparently you're very stupid. And that, because I was like, what, like 12 or some shit at the time? I lost it. Like, I remember, this is what's funny about shows like that too, because you can remember little things that were going on in your life. I remember my grandmother was in town. My mom and dad we were at a Ford dealer, Ford Lincoln or whatever, and they were looking at cars, and I was just sitting in like one of the showrooms with the TV, and dude, I was watching Zoe 101 just like in a recliner like all day. And that episode, dude, I'm dying laughing in this like room by myself while they're going to get my grandmother a like she's going to buy a car. And I just think about that. And they were probably like, "Oh man, are you good? Are you hungry?" Da 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 da. Da. And I'm just like, "Dude, I'm chilling, bro."
Yeah.
And that episode was good. And then what was the movie that like ended it all with, where they all had the sidekicks and shit like that? Wasn't that a movie? Like an
Yeah,
hour
that's the
episode?
one. I think it was like they made it like an hour episode when he was about to finally take Zoe to, oh yeah, I like you,
And
and
she
like the
lost her phone.
freaking phone like fell in the water and
Yeah,
like everything disappeared.
yeah, and that
I was like,
was
what the freak? The wind is blowing the phone.
right.
It was crazy.
And that was I think that was the time capsule episode where they were making the time capsule and putting it in. So it's like,
Yeah.
boom, your feelings are locked away for 10 years, which kind of lame. That sucks.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Chase. All this time wasted. Zoe's probably freaking got a kid now. with another man,
Yeah.
Chase. I feel
I never liked Zoe's boyfriend, like the other dude, like
I don't
the
remember.
big tall freaking dude. Dude was an a hole. But
Yeah, and I
yeah,
remember
Chase.
Drake
He should have.
was on the
That tells
episode.
you guys do your call your shot. Just don't be scared. Call your shot. Just do it. Just go
That's
for
kind of what that taught me.
it.
And then him, like
Yeah.
Chase being a wuss, and then also Freddie being a wuss, and not like Freddie actually wasn't a wuss. Freddie was just kind of odd, and she didn't like him because he was like too overt and like obsessive. Both of those guys taught me a lot. I can say that they taught me what not to do. Shoot your shot and
Talking
don't
about
be
Freddie from
creepy about
iCarly?
it. Yeah, because he was like he wasn't a puss
Well,
about it.
hey,
He wasn't
yeah.
like. He wasn't like he was like too overt. Like, oh my god, hey, do you need me to do this? I love you. I like you a lot. Like he was kind of weird about it. So those two characters really taught me like, hey, shoot your shot and don't be creepy about it.
Freddie did get both of them, so hey, that man had both
Did
of
he? I don't even remember that. Did
them.
he?
Yeah, he had both of them. We got Sam and Carly.
In the show?
Yeah, I think at one like when he got Carly, he had saved her from something, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you for saving me," and they started kissing and stuff. And then towards the end, that's when him and Sam started liking each other for some reason. I forgot why, but yeah,
Oh, I think maybe Sam got kind of jealous and like kissed him, and he was just like, "Well, what?" And then it realized he had feelings for her too. Man, that Freddie dude.
yeah,
What did Stumpy say? That
yeah.
dude in Malta
He
cleaning up
cleaning
the
up.
white bitches, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't on Stumpy. And but yeah, it's
that
like
was
that
stupid.
dude Freddie cleaning up, bro. Dude, there was a clip on TikTok that I watched where it was showing a bunch of different scenes where Spencer was fed up with Freddie and Sam being there, and Carly, like it was like clips from throughout the show where it's like people are watching now and they're like, man, more and more I'm starting to relate to Spencer because Carly comes
Mhm.
in and then she's like, hey, Sam and Freddie are with me, or it's like Sam and Freddie are here, and he goes, when are they not here? And then like just goes back
Yeah,
to doing his
I
thing
remember
or whatever.
that.
Like he just makes like all these like passive aggressive comments like Sam was laying on the couch. The other two weren't even there. Like Freddie and Carly weren't even there. And he's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "Nothing. I was bored, so I came here." And he's like, "Get out!" And then right at that moment, Freddie walks in, and Carly's not there either. And he's like, "What are you guys doing here? Carly's not even here." They're like, "Yeah, whatever." Like they just hang out at his house. And there was another video that I saw where it's like not it was what's his name, Jerry Trainer, I think is his actual name. It shows like this chick and it's a TikTok video and she's just like out and it's just like they're meeting him and he's kind of like leaning over her shoulder and she goes, hey, have you ever had a what did she say, have you ever been with a thick Latina? And then the friends are around him and they laugh, they're like right, and then it dies down and he goes, yep. All right. Like, have you ever been with a thick Latina? And he's like, yup. And then everybody in the comments was like, dude, this man has superior comedic timing. He even waited for the laugh track to end, like in real life. And dude,
Yeah,
just looking at that now is like looking back, it's like so funny. And what are you thinking about as far as like the next thing?
well, for that show, iCarly, real quick,
Yeah,
there was a lot of innuendos on that show.
yeah,
When I would look back at it, they said so much stuff on that show. Like when that dude was the old man, he was like, "I have angina," and she was like, "You have what?"
yeah.
Remember that show?
Uh-uh.
Freaking angina. It sounded like he said like he had a vagina, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a whole bunch of
I
crazy stuff on
need
that
a
show.
fucking Swaloo.
Uh, yeah,
Like I love those
freaking
like
Key Kill.
yeah, I love those little dirty jokes or like adult centered jokes and shit like that are in like kids stuff. Because you can go back and watch it now as adult and be like, oh shit, I didn't even fucking realize. Like there was and then we haven't even talked about cartoons yet, but yeah, like as far as like the dirty jokes and stuff like that, it's like really funny, really funny. I was trying to think. There was one.
Uh,
Oh,
Nickelodeon cartoon. Well, my favorite Nickelodeon cartoon ever had to be Rocket Power, man. Rocket Power. I can.
oh
Yo,
shit.
that show was
Wiggity wiggity wiggity
amazing.
wiggity wiggity.
I remember when they had brought it back I was still in high school. They had started playing it in the mornings again, and everybody at school was like, "Yo, did you see Rocket Power this morning?" I was like, "Yep." Like everybody missed that show. That
Yeah.
wiggity wiggity wasted, all that stuff.
Wasted. Lars. Twister. Squid. Reggie. Otto.
Yeah, please, Reggie.
Raymundo. What was the Hawaiian dude that worked with Raymundo's name? Can't remember.
Oh man, I
Damn
thought
it.
that wasn't Raymundo.
No, Raymundo is the dad. Otto is the main character, or Reggie's sister. Reggie's his sister. Rocket Power. I remember Lars, but I don't fucking remember the other main character. Tito? Was it Tito?
Wasted. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Tito. Yeah,
Tito.
probably was Tito.
Yeah, I remembered it. Yeah. And then it's like Otto Rocket, Regina Rocket, Tito Makani, Maurice Rodriguez was Twister. Maurice, Sam Dillard, Raymundo Rocket, Lars Rodriguez, and then Viola Stempleton was the fucking neighbor across the street. That crazy lady with the crazy
Oh
hair.
my god. So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And then Eddie Valentine was the kid that always wore the mask. He's like Fan of the Opera looking dude.
yeah.
Video version, cause yeah, Eddie Valentine, dude, that's freaking funny, dude. I forgot like all these characters. Damn, only 4 seasons, dude. Came out in 1999.
Oof. That
Mischief
show was
Night.
awesome.
The movie was so good. Like Rocket Power New Zealand, the movie
Yeah,
where they were really like coming to terms, and then Reggie had to win it because Raymundo kept giving all the focus to Otto, and then Reggie at the end was like, "Dude, Reggie was because isn't Reggie the older sister, and then Otto's younger?
yeah.
I don't remember because like she's definitely taller than him, and but man, dude, that show was dope, like 100%. I can't even remember the opening because like it's been a while, but dude,
Dun, 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 dun. We
Rocket.
are riders on a mission. Dun, 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 dun,
Are you
dun,
shitting
dun,
me?
dun.
That's how that
Rocket
goes.
power. Dun, 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 dun. And he was like he would shake the camera. Yeah.
I gotta turn it way down so I don't get copyright strike. But hold up. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, it's funny that I can like, just recall it now. Oh my god.
And he was like,
Holy shit! I fucking am like immediate nostalgia take back from that. If you haven't, yo, go listen to it. Go
yeah.
listen to it if you haven't heard it in a while. Like, dude, I've completely forgot that. But like, as soon as it starts, I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, I remember it. This is a bop right here. But yeah, man, my
Yeah.
absolute favorite show growing up that I thought was like the funniest shit was Fairly Odd Parents, and obviously early seasons of SpongeBob. Like anybody who's a millennial, like that was old enough in 1999 for SpongeBob, and you're catching like the first seasons. I think like the first like 5 seasons from like 99 to like 2006, or however many seasons was in there of SpongeBob was like the best fucking SpongeBob, and then it got weird afterwards. But Fairly Odd Parents and early SpongeBob,
Yeah.
SpongeBob from that era is infinitely quotable. Like I still do quotes from that
Yeah.
series time frame of SpongeBob all the time. But that and Fairly
Yeah.
Odd Parents up until when Poof came along. Once Poof came along, it got stupid again. But like infinitely
Yeah.
quotable, and Fairly Odd Parents has some great songs like Shiny Teeth and Me. I was just listening to that the other day. My shiny teeth that
Ship Skyline.
sparkle just like the stars in space. My shiny teeth that twinkle, keeping beauty to my face. My shiny
And then he
teeth,
keep
I
hitting.
love them, and they all love me. Yeah, those like that
Yeah.
fucking song. And but dude, all of Fairly Odd Parents hilarious. Like even the early episodes when like they were trying to make it to where you didn't see the parents, like they were that detached, where all you would see is like for them from
Yeah.
like the waist down or knees down, because Timmy was like this fucking big apparently compared to them. But man, all those episodes, like I wish every day could be Christmas, like the songs that go along with it. And
Yeah.
I still quote Fairly Odd Parents today too, with the episode where he's doing like the cyber thing where he's like in the computer and he has to like go and like get the email that they sent to Trudy, where it's like gooey
Oh
gooey
yeah.
love
Yeah.
it, like the love email. And fucking in the movie, I think it was like the parents had like a battering ram that like the police like SWAT team would have or something, and they'd like blow down the door and it would just bust open the whole
Yeah.
wall. But they would be like, they'd knock on the door, Timmy, I'm respecting your privacy as your respecting your privacy, but asserting my authority as your parent and coming in anyway. And they'd blow the door down, and then they'd be like, "Phone's for you," or some shit like that. Like, it'd be something so stupid. And then Vicky, and it's like, it reminds me of the hunt. And it's like, well, you're still not a cheerleader. Can't have that, can we? Just doofy episodes like. With all of these shows that we're talking about, like, yo, if you're listening to this episode, message the show, reach out to us on Patreon, on the YouTube comments, like, comment down below your favorite memories from these shows, because it's a total nostalgia trip, going down like early, like mid 90s to mid 2000s shows, and going actually further than that when we're talking about Zoe 101 and iCarly and all that stuff, but mid 90s shows all the way up until like 2015. Like, what's your favorite kid show you watched as a kid, teenager, things like that? Lee, tell us what's up with that, because like you could probably think of some shit we haven't even mentioned here, and it'd be so funny to just talk about it even more so. But dude, what are you thinking about?
Yeah.
Man? What are the shows?
Since we talking about Fairly Odd Parents, I will mention, and a lot of people have forgot about this show, but it's important. The best crossover in Nickelodeon history with Jimmy Neutron with
Oh,
Fairly
I
Odd
don't.
Parents.
Hold
Dude,
on now.
that was
Jimmy
freaking
Neutron,
awesome.
I don't forget about. Like, everybody makes fun of it on TikTok, where they were like, someone was like, "You're parked here illegally," right? And then the person stitches them and it's like, "Jimmy's mom, llamas," or whatever, like talking about Carl Weezer's voice.
Yeah, Carl.
And then,
Yeah, Carl. Yeah.
and then the Hugh, and like, what was his mom's name? I forgot it. Jimmy Neutron.
Mom looked good though.
Yeah, the mom looked real good. And then there was so many episodes that were so good. And then it's like the number one episode is like Macbeth in space, like Bobby, when he's like doing it, like he's like Bobby, slap, 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 clap, 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 slap, 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 clap, clap, clap. And then like when he acts, he's just like, out here in the far reaches of space, no one can stop me, Macbeth. And it's like a deep, like super grizzled, like mature voice that comes out, and everybody's like, "That's Macbeth! Oh my gosh!" You know, like the art teacher or whatever, or the drama teacher. And dude, like that episode was funny because it gets me like Sheen when he's talking about Ultra Lord. The best line I think Sheen does when he's like he's like guard number 10 or something, and he has like one line, and he's like, Jimmy, how should I say this? And he's like, how does he do it? He's like, "My lord, your wife, Lady Macbeth approaches," and he's like, "My lord, Lady Macbeth, your wife approaches," and then he puts the fake mustache on. He's like, "My lord, your wife, Lady Macbeth approaches," like super fucking like. Well, I mean, he's Hispanic, so it's not racist for him to say. But it's like very stereotypical like accent coming out, and it's just like, and he puts like this big old thick mustache on, dude. And then Cindy, Sheen, damn, what was that other girl's name?
Wasn't Libby
like,
the black girl?
Libby, yeah. And then she changed her hairstyle like halfway through the seasons, like somewhere, where she went from like having like the ponytail to like the short braids.
Yeah.
Dude, that show was fucking funny as hell. But the crossovers I didn't really like. I didn't like seeing Jimmy in Fairly Odd Parents
awesome.
art style. But they did it 3 times, and I didn't. They were okay. Like, I kind of liked the shows separately. And then, dude,
it was funny because they was fighting over Cindy though. That's what made it cool, because both of them like Cindy, and then Jimmy was like, "Oh heck no, like you can't
Oh
be
yeah.
taking my girl." So that's when he actually finally expressed that he liked her.
Oh
So
yeah,
it
yeah,
was
yeah.
awesome.
Because I think she liked Timmy, but with the art style, it's like Jimmy going from 3D to you're used to seeing him in 3D, seeing him go from 3D to 2D was okay. Like his 2D model looked or sketch looked good, but Timmy or Jimmy going from
Yeah,
3D to 2D, Timmy going from 2D to 3D looked odd. Like it was kind of
yeah.
like a weird transition or whatever.
Oh, I see what you did there
But
for early odd parents. That was a good one, man. That was good. That was good.
hmm?
Cause you said it looked
Oh yeah,
odd
making
because
his
it's
mod.
fairly odd parents. Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't even think of that. That was a true no pun intended. Dude, I hate. Okay, just a side note, real quick. I hate it when people say a pun and they're like, "No pun intended." It's like you're saying a pun. Now,
Yeah.
if you're saying a pun and you immediately say "no pun intended," then you intended to pun right there. You
Yeah.
intended to have a play on words right there. Now, if you like what I just did right there is like he just looked odd, and you're like, "Oh, I see what you did. Fairly odd parents." I'm like, "Oh shit, I didn't even realize that. That was a true no pun intended." But
Yeah.
I still like when you're watching the because I think it was the Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius movie that came out first that spawned the show, right? Yeah.
I think
In
so.
the
Yeah.
I think I'd have to look it up. I'd have to look it up. But in the Jimmy Neutron movie, when they are basically all building up the rockets and stuff like that, and going into space,
Yeah.
the part where, yeah, Jimmy Neutron movie. Let me look that up.
That's the wrong button.
You pressed the wrong button. Katanorama. Sorry about that weird cut. My internet went out in the middle of us recording, and I was pissed scared that I lost the recording. So it seems like everything's fine. So just to kind of round out what I was saying about Jimmy Neutron, and then we're getting close to the hour mark, so we'll probably end the show there. But Gerrel, talk about something.
Uh, like I said, yeah, Jimmy Neutron was awesome. I just wanted to get lost in space because kids have no idea who Jimmy Neutron is now. I love the riding the ride when it was there. Universal Studios had Universal Studios, but it's not there no more. It's Despicable Me now. But it's just like one of those shows that you definitely got to be like, yo, Jimmy Neutron was awesome, man. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's probably on YouTube or some other thing right now. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Uh,
the write up for the show is Jimmy is a fifth grade genius, always inventing some new gadget to solve some new problem. With his robotic dog Goddard always ready to lend advice, and his best friend Carl and Sheen, Jimmy tries to attend Lindbergh Elementary like any other kid. And like any other kid, Jimmy often finds himself in a bit of fun mischief.
yeah.
So, what? Carl Weezer.
Just like Fairly Odd Parents, Timmy's
Yeah,
wishes messed him up, and then Jimmy Neutron eventually messed him up.
right.
So,
Yeah, Libby Fulfax was the. Oh, and Cindy
full
Vortex.
fast for the
Nick
day.
Dean. Bolby Stroganovsky was his last name. What? Phil Lamar did Bolby's voice. That's dope. Phil Lamar, if you don't know him, if you watch Pulp Fiction, he's the dude that Samuel L. Jackson and Vincent shoot in the car. If you've watched that movie, they shoot him in the car by mistake and blow his head off. Jim, I think his name is
Oh,
Jimmy
that
in that
dude.
movie too. I shot Jimmy in the
He do a
face.
lot of
Yeah, it's like
voices.
yeah, he does. Yeah, he was on Mad TV, which
Dang,
is
Static
another fucking
Shock.
great show. Yeah,
What the
he
frick?
did.
He
What's
did
his name?
freaking Dormammu. Freaking Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
What
Yeah, he
the
does a lot of voices, which is dope.
heck?
He's versatile in his vocal action. But Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, the movie, did come out before the show. It was 2001, and then the show started in 2002 to 2005 or 4 with 3 seasons. So that's you're going to finish that croissant. Croissant. But yeah,
Yeah.
Jimmy Neutron was awesome.
So
And
yeah,
dude,
guys,
the
like I
movie
said,
gives me
what's that?
the movie gives me
Was
goosebumps when they're going
Nickelodeon,
into
like I
space.
said.
Go ahead. Go
Oh
ahead.
yeah, for sure. For, no, I was saying yeah. That was Nickelodeon, like I said. Fairly Odd Parents, Jimmy Neutron. Uh,
iCarly,
I know a
all
lot of people
that.
like Wild Thornberries.
I don't really like Wild
That was a
Thornberries.
cartoon.
I just
But my
remember the
cousin
kid.
loved that. But Wild Thornberry was yeah. Oh, the cartoon. You got to talk about Rugrats. I'm sorry, guys. Rugrats. Yes,
You didn't make the cut on this
Rugrats for
episode.
sure.
But yeah, definitely Rugrats. All those shows are good. All those shows are good. There was a weird theory. Hey, have you heard this? Have you heard this crazy theory? Um,
Creepy pasta.
that what is her name? Angelica, the blonde
Yeah.
girl. They were saying that because her parents work all the time and they're rich and kind of neglect her, that she is actually crazy, and all of the babies and things like that are in her imagination. There's like a weird theory like that.
Yeah.
That's why she talks to the doll, but then like acts like she's better than all the babies, and she doesn't hang out with anybody that is her own age except for fuck, what's the I can't remember everybody's names,
I know you talking about. Yeah.
but the except for that
Yeah.
other girl that's like kind of her rival. Damn it. Rugrats characters.
Growing up with you. I
Tommy
growing up. I
Pickles.
watched a little bit. I didn't watch a lot of it, but
Wait, no, this is wrong.
obviously the original Rugrats.
Chucky
What's up?
Finster, he had the single dad with the red hair. Angelica, wait, was Stu and Drew brothers? I don't think I knew that.
Stu and Drew. That was the twins,
No, that's
right?
that's Lillian.
Oh,
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
Lil and
Lil and Phil.
Lil or whatever.
Yeah, Lil and
Yeah.
Phil DeVille. No, because it says Stu Pickles and Drew Pickles. Because right here, when I looked at it, it said Angelica Pickles, but I didn't think they were brother and sister because they have different parents. But then Stu has Tommy and Dill, and Dee Dee is his wife. And then Charlotte Pickles and Drew Pickles are married, and that's Angelica's parents. I didn't realize that.
Mm.
I thought they were okay. And then
Didn't Chucky's dad find a wife though in the movie?
yeah, her name is Kira. She's like the Asian lady with blue hair.
Yeah,
That's her right there.
yeah.
Yeah. All grown up, I really wanna shout it out. And then Kimmy Finster was her
Kimmy.
daughter.
Oh
Kimmy.
yeah, it's cartoons. There really wasn't a lot of like. Oh yeah, Cat Dog back in the day. I was thinking it wasn't a lot of cartoons on Nickelodeon, but Cat Dog was cool.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed it later on than I did when I was a kid. For some reason, I just like
Yeah.
the song Cat Dog, Cat Dog.
Cat dog. What was
Like
it? It's
I
like
think when they brought back like
back in the day would have
90s
gotten
or
in the
all that,
her,
and
leave a
made
cat dog and a no. Cat dog.
yeah, when they
Cat
brought all the
dog.
90 shows back,
Yeah.
it made me appreciate the shows a lot more for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. But again, throw this out there. Talk about your favorite shows that you watched as a kid. Leave a comment. Talk to us on YouTube. Follow me on TikTok at James Black Panda. Go follow my wife on TikTok as well at Tatiana Winton on TikTok. So over there we got a good amount of followers, things like that. So it's like super cringy to fucking market yourself. But honestly, I'll give a poke if you like or subscribe. But if you thought this show was interesting, go ahead and talk to us about the things that you find interesting as well. And we'd love to talk to you on the show. Message the show on patreon.com/pandamedia if you actually give a shit. But other than that, enjoy your life, your time. Hope you enjoyed the show. See you guys next time. Most likely we will revisit shows from our childhood and shows we like because it's obviously an ongoing topic that could always have some funny shit to talk about. But Gerrel, anything?
So yeah, Cartoon Network and Disney. Next time we'll talk about y'all, but it was like PBS Kids and Nickelodeon this time. So Monte.
Yeah.
Y'all go subscribe.
Yep, like, subscribe, follow, comment, tell your friends. Peace, or do whatever, because I don't give a fuck if you like or subscribe. Oh, yeah, but I do want to say this. I know this is at the very end of the episode. I've been playing Elden Ring, and the game's still good. Grand Theft Auto 5 online is coming out free on the 15th, which, if you're listening to this on Monday, should be on Monday. If you're listening to this on Friday, then it already came out. And you can easily check out the live streams twitch.tv/JamesWhitePanda, and also Young Moltech streams on YouTube, youtube.com/users/YoungMoltech, I believe it is. If anything, go to the James White Panda on YouTube and click on the featured channels. Moltech's right there. And what I want to do is play through some of the Uncharted games as well, because we got the PS5 upgraded versions of Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy.
Yes.
So that's just kind of future what you can look forward to as far as live streaming. If you're into TikTok and think funny family content is fun, go check out my wife and I's page, Tatiana Winton, on TikTok. So got to say all that, I guess. But that's other places you can find us. And support us on Patreon. It helps out all of the shows. It's not just you're supporting to one. If you like the TikTok, support on Patreon. If you like the Twitch, support on Patreon. If you like Moltech, support me on Patreon. He gets nothing. He gets none of that. So,
the affiliate links.
No.
For the affiliate links.
Yeah. Which I don't think I've put any in the YouTube descriptions, but I need to. But check you guys later. See you guys in the next part. Episode 10 is done. Follow on Patreon if you want to catch them on Mondays. Don't follow on Patreon if you want to just keep being a freeloader and catch it on Fridays. You're going to have to change your schedule because we're not changing our schedule. But peace out. Bye.